back to another episode of Whitby, Guernsey Knit. If you don't know me, my name's Alana and I live near Whitby, North Yorkshire in England. We are now into our summer, and I think it must be up to now one of the best summers we've had. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm sat here in the garden today and it's the hottest day of the year so far, so I'm trying to keep in the cool. So I would like to say thank you to everyone who has watched my previous vlogs and liked and passed a comment. Thank you so much. I don't know about you, but with it being warm and you wanting to be out in the garden, and I have an allotment actually as well, so that takes up a lot of time. I haven't really done a lot of knitting since I last posted an episode, so I thought I'd just do a little catch up with the small amount of knitting that I have done since I last posted. I did finish my go-to, well, they're called Anna's go-to socks for my husband, and that was quite an easy knit. It was knitted in really nice yarn actually, Yarn Smith's merino sock yarn, which is 75% merino and 25% nylon. 100 grams was needed and I'm left with that. It's in a soft grey. Unfortunately, I can't show you the socks unless I find them in the meantime. It's so hot inside and they aren't in the place where I thought they were ready for next winter, so I'll have a little search, and if I find them, I've packed them away somewhere. If I find them, I'll put them up. So that was what I did finish. I then started a knit for winter. All of my knits are winter knits. So I started, finally, I sent for some drops air, and I can't remember if I showed you the yarn. I'd tried to do it all in the same recommended colours, but I thought the blue was a bit vivid, so I substituted the blue for another blue. So if I haven't shown you that wool, which is absolutely beautiful by the way, I will show you now. I'll just get it out. So this is it. I think it's really soft. It's beautiful and soft, knitted up really nicely, and I'll just get all the colours out. That was my main colour. That was the green. I opted for that blue. I don't know whether they'll show up nicely on the camera, so I opted for that blue. That was my cream. And this was my brown. So I don't know if you can see them all there, hopefully. So really nice. And I've got all that left actually. That is a brand new ball, and I started trying to knit up, I'll show you a pattern in a minute, on circular needles, but I only had 80 centimetres for a hat, and I couldn't join it very well, so I pulled that all out, and I thought when I next go to a yarn shop I'll get some smaller, like 40 centimetre needles. So all in all, it knitted up really well. It took the amount it said, knitted up like it said. I'll try and put in a little clip of me wearing this. And I don't know if you can see, it was knitted from the top down, and this, I think this is the first time I've done a top down, or did I do that petite knit one, which was, yeah, the petite knit one was top down. This was a really easy pattern to follow. It was lovely. So there are the sleeves. The length is really, really nice. The fit's really nice. Well, I think it's really nice. The sleeves, I don't know if you can see it. Just can't really see if I can see. Anyway, I will try and put in a clip so you can see it on. It fitted really, really nicely. It was only until I came to do this that I noticed that the sleeves weren't right down to the cuff. Now, I don't like sleeves right on my on here because it feels really funny to me. So I just did a couple more rows and it fitted really, really well, really well. So I was really, really pleased. The pattern was simple to follow, knitted up really quickly, feels really soft against my skin, and I hope it is warm. It felt warm while I was knitting it in the warmth. I'll show you my running in. You know, my joining of colours went really well. So that was fine. I quite enjoy running threads in as well. I find it like quite therapeutic, and there wasn't that many to run in actually. So that was all well, so I'm really, really pleased with that. By now it was heating up here, so I was getting really quite warm. I then decided to knit a hat with the leftover wool, and I thought I'd use one of these drops patterns, and I don't know whether I've brought it out with me. I'll just have a look. I actually don't think I have. Try and show you that. Yeah, I haven't got it with me, so I will show you that in a future episode. But as I was doing, I thought I'd just put my own pattern in anyway, use the basic pattern, so I know I'm using the correct yarn, and just put in my own pattern. So the next thing I decided to do was another jumper for winter, and that was in, see if I can find, see if I can find a label. I'm not very organised today, am I? I can't find the label. I'm going to pause. Right, I'm back, and as I went away, just before I show you my next jumper, I've located the hat pattern that I am going to knit with the drops there, and I shall just substitute some colours in, and the same, if I've got enough left, I'll have a go at the mitts. So that isn't knitted in Drops Air, but in the front of the book they have a little yarn group section where you can substitute either two strands of a yarn or whatever to make up the pattern. So I thought I'll have a go at that rather than wasting the yarn. So back to the jumper in the Puna. So it is this pattern. The colours are really, really subtle. I'll just show you them here. That's the like oatmeal, and then the kind of very light brown. And I guess when I'm knitting more, the pattern might show up and be more distinctive, the contrast. But that's it so far. and that's the weaving in, how you weave your wool in. It's knitting up really, really nicely. The only thing I have to say about it is that the weather's hotting up here, and it is so hot to knit with. It was just making me get hotter and hotter, and with being outside most of the time and just getting back in an evening, etc., you've got to really concentrate on the pattern. I'm going to insert a little clip now showing you where I'm knitting it from, which is it's from my tablet. It's a pattern, a drops pattern online, and unfortunately I haven't got a printer. I don't know if you can print it out, so I'm using my tablet, and I'm having to concentrate so much on every single round that it wasn't enjoyable for me at this time of year. I just wanted something easy to do on an evening and not as hot in my hands. So I'll put in a clip now showing you, because if I show you my tablet, it's just reflecting back and you're not able to see it on screen. So here we go. So here we have the pattern that I'm knitting in the Puma. It's from garnstudio.com. It's called Inner Circle, and I'm knitting it, as I said, in the Puma, but here it says to knit in drops Charisma or drops Merino extra fine. So I'll just show you. I'm medium, so if I highlight that, I'll just enlarge the jumper so you can see. I don't know if you can see, but there's one round in the creamy colour on the neckline, and I've done the same, and it does show up on mine, but it didn't show very well on the video in the sun. So that's what I'm doing. I'll just go there. It says yarn group B, so because Puma is in yarn group B, I can use Puma from drops. So everything now is highlighted because I clicked M for medium. All my medium size is highlighted. There's also a hat, and then recommended yarn to order and needles, etc. And you can get a male jumper, a female cardigan, and then I'll just go down and show you how I use it, and then you can enlarge. So these are increases, but as you can see, it isn't a knit to do when you're tired and you just want something easy while you're watching TV or just knitting, basically. So that's how I do it. Okay, so the drops Puna is, it says soft and warm in superfine alpaca. So the content is 100% alpaca. It does feel nice and soft, so I hope I can wear it. I will be wearing something underneath it. It's just if it touches my neck, my bare skin. So I don't normally start something when I've already got something on my needles. I'm a person who likes to finish everything, just how I am, and B, my memory is terrible, so I would not be able to remember. I have written it down in a book, but I've made an exception because when I come home and stay in on an evening, I just want to do something quite easy, quite mindless really. So I've chosen to use this yarn, which I got from the wool festival, yarn fair that I went to last year, which I did post a vlog on, and if you remember, I kept buying one skein of things. The colours were all just amazing, and I went mad and just bought one skein of this and one skein of this. Now I don't need to have another scarf, so I was going to do a pair of socks But I did buy this because of the colour to go with the coat, and it's so beautiful. I thought, no, I am going to knit a scarf. So this is Coastal Colours, hand dyed, luxury yarns and fibres, needles and accessories. And it's www.coastalcolours.co.uk, and this yarn is 4 ply, 100 grams, 50% SW merino and 50% tencel, and it knits up really nice. So the pattern I chose was a free pattern off Ravelry. I'll insert a picture now, and it really is easy. So it's just plain, it's just garter stitch, and then you knit 2 together, yarn forward for a pattern of 2, and then a pattern of 3, and it's just a repeat. It's one of these triangular ones that you just wrap around your neck. It knits up beautifully, and it's a very easy, simple pattern. So simple, in fact, that I don't have to concentrate, and my lack of concentration means that I keep doing too many rows of garter stitch in between, but even that isn't a problem unravelling it. So that is that. That is what I've done. But I didn't want to wait too long before I posted another vlog, really. I just thought I'd sort of pop in for a little catch up. So I hope you're enjoying your knitting. Be nice to hear from you. So once again, thank you for subscribing, commenting and liking my videos, and just actually watching, and I hope it's an easy and nice watch for you. Before I go, I went down into Whitby this morning just for a walk along the seawall before I came back, and before it got too busy and too hot. And I've put in a little clip of just the sea, really. It's only a short clip. It's much better quality, I think, than my Sam's End fail. So you don't have to watch that. If you don't want to, I'd just like to say thank you for joining me, and I don't know whether I've got a lot knitted when I next join you, but we'll see. And have a lovely knitting time. Thank you for watching. Bye.